Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about a great fight. UFC 232, December 29th this year, last event of the year. Let's get into Carlos Condit versus Michael Chiesa. The natural born killer Carlos Condit has a record of 30-12-0. Michael Chiesa has a record of 14-4-0. Carlos Condit is somewhat of a legend in the sport at this point. He's not called a natural born killer for nothing. He goes into every fight with the intent of finishing you and making a statement. He has amazing killer instinct. He's very well rounded. His striking is super dangerous and diverse. Carlos Condit is a pressure fighter. He stays on you the whole fight until you break or he knocks you out. It's non-stop with him, a barrage of punches and kicks, elbows and knees. He has a pretty solid offensive ground game, specifically submissions. Very crafty, he has sweeps. He doesn't have an elite ground game in my honest opinion, but it's pretty damn close. He's good. Michael Chiesa is a pretty well-rounded fighter as well. I would say he's more of a ground fighter, submission specialist. He has solid cardio from what I've seen. He's aggressive, confident. How do I see this fight playing out? Well, Carlos Condit of old, prime Condit, I believe takes this fight hands down. Carlos Condit on his A game should outclass Michael Chiesa pretty much everywhere. If it hits the ground, Carlos has enough of a defensive submission game to avoid being subbed. I just see an on-point prime Condit breaking Chiesa, scoring a knockout or a TKO, just overwhelming him. But that's prime Condit. What Carlos Condit is going to show up come fight night? Carlos has kind of been on a downslide in his career lately. Have no clue if it's a mental thing, if it's an accumulation of injuries throughout the years, but he certainly hasn't looked himself. And in all fairness, he pretty much fights nothing but killers. So as far as this fight, it's tough to say because Michael Chiesa is a solid fighter. He could pull something out and get a big feather in his cap by beating Carlos Condit. But if I had to pick a winner and make a prediction, I'm probably going to go with the battle-tested and proven vet Carlos Condit. I still believe Carlos has that fire in him. I still believe he's capable of reaching the top again. Maybe this fight will see him return to form. Keys to victory for Carlos Condit: keep the pressure on Chiesa, mix it up on the feet, fight your normal fight. Like I said, prime on point Carlos Condit should take this fight. He's better than Chiesa practically everywhere except for strict submissions. Michael Chiesa keys to victory: don't get into brawling exchanges with Carlos Condit. Avoid the big shots that'll put you out. Carlos is super dangerous on the feet and can hit you with elbows, punches, knees, and kicks. Try to drag Carlos to the ground and utilize your submission game. That's pretty much Chiesa's best bet. Get the fight to the ground. A submission is possible, but I think Chiesa will most likely win by decision. And most of that's going to be via ground control. I don't really see that, however, because I think that Carlos Condit is wily enough on the ground not to be put in serious danger. Either way, excited for the fight. Can't wait to see it. Who do you guys think is going to win this fight and why? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next segment. Take care.